This Mendix Minutes provides a brief demonstration of how to use the Excel importer module. I have created and set up a small app to show this module. The first thing to notice is I've created an entity in my domain model with 3 attributes. I've also installed some marketplace modules into my app. The first is Community Commons. The second is Model Reflection, and the third is Excel Importer. Community Commons and Model Reflection are prerequisite modules for the Excel Importer module. You can read about prerequisite modules for any modules you may use in the documentation for that module. I've also added 3 pages to my navigation. The first page is a link to Model Reflection. The second page is a link to the Excel Importer Overview page. And the third page is a link to a small grid page that shows the entity that I created. Switching over to my app, because it's running, Model Reflection is used to provide the ability to access information about your model in the user interface of Mendix. In this case, I will select my first module and say click to refresh, and you can see my entity is now available to me to use through the user interface of my app. The way that I'll use that is to create a new Excel import template. We'll call this test template. The Mendix object that I'm going to use is the Excel example. I'm going to create an object for each row, and I'm going to import from row number 2. So if I say save and next, the next step is to connect columns to attributes within my entity. So I will connect the string column in the spreadsheet to the string attribute. I will connect the integer, oops, that's the wrong information, integer attribute to the integer column in my spreadsheet. And finally, I'll connect the decimal attribute to the decimal column in my spreadsheet. It's important to note that these columns the column numbers start at 0. So you can see I have 0, 1, 2. I will now save my import, and then finally what I'll do is I'll say I'd like to import a file. I'll select my template first of all, and then I'll select my Excel file, and after I save this I simply click import file, and the Excel importer shows me the number of records that have been imported. And if I'd like to see that, I'll navigate to this page, and you'll see that this data mirrors the spreadsheet that I've just imported.